welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Rue, and today we are doing another Ice Cream Beauty Box try on. So we're going to be creating this look with all the products that came out of the January Ice Cream Beauty Box. I'm so excited to dip into all these products. I absolutely love this series. I'm always looking forward to my next month's box. It can never ever come soon enough. I just love having something new to try on with you guys, and that's what we're doing today. So if you want to see how I created this look, what my thoughts are on all the products inside the January Ice Cream Beauty Box, and just hang out with me for a little bit here, then let's go ahead and hop in. Okay guys, I am so excited to be having time to film this. I didn't think I would get to play with all of these products until the weekend because I'm picking up extra shifts at my job. So usually most weeks I work Monday, Thursday, and Friday, but I have picked up Tuesday, Wednesday shifts as well, temporarily, possibly long term, because we're gonna get a new doctor in our office, and then there will probably be more hours available. We'll see. The economy is tough, so my small business has been suffering a little bit, so I might just have to pick up more shifts for the foreseeable future. For right now, it's just for a couple months here, but time will tell. But I got off early today and the sun is still out. So right now it gets dark at like 5 o'clock where I live. So by the time I get home, there's no natural lighting for me to photograph my makeup looks. So I just don't really film on those days. But today there's still light, so as long as I don't take too long to create this look, we are good to go. So we are gonna play with the Grunge Resolution by Ladybug Glow and Ice Cream Beauty. I'm so excited to dip into this. So I did want to mention this shade right here, it did break, but as you can see, it looks like I was able to press it back in okay. I definitely want to play with the brown and the orange. I'm keeping in mind that I'm using this nude eyeliner, so I want to try and make looks that are gonna go with that, but I also really want to play with this like mauve-y blue. Let's start with this mauve-y blue. I kind of want to throw that all over my brow bone, and then maybe we'll go in with the purple on the inner corner, the brown on the outer corner, and then play with the orange, I think. I'm not 100% sure. So starting with, what's that called? Cloudy. These shades look really pretty. I'm very excited. So I'm just gonna brush that all over the lid. It's got good pigment so far, and I was just priming my eyes in the beginning there while I was chatting, just with my Morphe eye primer. That's intense. It looks pretty cute. I like it so far. This is my first time trying Ladybug Glow. I was interested in them when they first, like before they closed, but unfortunately I never ended up trying anything from them. So I'm very excited to see them making their comeback because I've always really wanted to try their products. And I mean, I've only tried one shade so far, but so far I'm not disappointed. This is a really pretty blue. I like how it's like a gray blue, but it's not really gray blue. Gosh, there's some mess on my eye. I don't even know what that's from. I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit before we continue. It's not from the makeup. I don't know. Okay, now let's go into that really pretty, like it's almost a periwinkle lavender shade. It's called Chaos, and we're just gonna, oh, that looks so good on the brush there too. We're gonna press that all in here on this inner part of the crease, and I just want to press it in and get the pigment as impactful as possible before I start blending. We're just gonna do that on the same eye. I usually just do one eye, but I think I'll have time to do a reel as well. So I'm just gonna do it all on camera and hang out with you guys. That is a really pretty shade. I'm just gonna start softening the edges and blending it into that blue. So I'm getting quite a bit of fallout from this purple shade, but I never tap my brushes off, so I don't really care much about fallout. If I'm in a rush, I care, but it's my own fault for not like tapping the brush off and all of that. So I never judge a palette for having fallout, that's for sure. All right, now let's go into Grubby. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was reading that right. Grubby, which is the brown matte, and I'm just grabbing it on a fluffy brush as well. And we're just gonna pop that on this outer edge. Oh gosh, this is really pretty. It's such an interesting color story too. Like, it's definitely grungy, which I love, but it's got like pastels in it, which is a fun twist for grungy, but like pigmented pastels. Like, this is kind of a pastel, but it's pigmented. Same with that blue. Like, it's such an interesting color combo. Oh, but we also have to use that weird gel shimmer. I'll probably just pop that maybe in the brow bone and on the lower lash line. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the first fluffy brush, and I just want to make sure all the edges are softened up how I like them. Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick look. I think what I want to do is go in with New Year on the inner part of my lid, and then, what are you? Resolution on my outer part of the lid, and then I might pop this one on my lower lash line, this lavender shade, Chaos, just as to kind of, so that I can use this as a topper, if that makes sense. So let's actually go ahead and pop Chaos onto the lower lash line here to start. As you could see, I'm sure there was a lot of kick up in the pan too, which isn't the biggest deal to me. Ooh, and then I need an inner corner shade too. Shoot. The lightest shade is the purple, but I don't know if I want to put the purple. All right, hopefully going into my NYX glitter primer here. Oh yeah, we still got a little bit at least. And I'm just gonna, I picked up, oh, we're doing both eyes. I keep forgetting. Perfect, I grabbed enough for both eyes. And usually I do that by accident because I'm not doing both eyes, but this time I am doing both eyes at the same time. So I'm just popping that glitter primer all over the lids. And I noticed if I add too much, shades are more likely to crease on me, so I do try to put a smaller amount. As it's getting empty, I've been accidentally grabbing more because I have to squeeze it so much to get product out, but it is what it is. Now we're gonna start with New Year, which is the lavender shimmer. I can't tell if it's picking up well or not. It is pretty. I feel like I didn't pick it up very well though. It doesn't feel like it's gonna crease on me, which is nice. Now we're gonna go into Resolution, which is that orange shade. Ooh, it's kind of a pinky shifting orange. That's really pretty though. I really like this one. It also has like green shift in it too. Oh my goodness, like a greenish gold. That's a really fun color. Okay, I don't know if I need to glitter prime for this gel, but I'm going to, just because I had some left over on my hand. So I just want to put that glitter gel on this brow bone, on the inner corner, just because I don't know what else to put there. And I'm also going to put it on the lower lash line, but I'm all out of glitter primer and I don't want to squeeze more out, so we're just gonna see how it goes. All right, so the first time I got these in the Eyescream Beauty Box, I was calling the shade Ovip. Turns out they're all Ovip, and this one is number 5. I don't know what the other number is. I could pull it out and check, but it's not named Ovip. The more you know. Okay, so we're gonna pop it here. Yeah, so I do like this, but I definitely would not like it on its own as just like an eyeshadow. To me, it's definitely more of an accent. It works similarly to the ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed, but not exactly as much as I originally thought they did. It's an interesting formula. I'm undecided on how I feel about it. I don't hate it yet, or I don't think I'll hate it. I just don't know if it'll become like something I love. Like, it's hard to get it even. Maybe I won't put it on the lower lash line as well. Maybe I'll just stick to the brow bone and the inner corner. And these are from what, Charmacy? Yeah. Okay, so Charmacy, I enjoy the things I've been getting from them. I think for the most part, I haven't had any complaints. This one, I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it, but that's okay. I'm not against it. I just don't know if it's a favorite. Now we're gonna go in with this is a cream gel liner pencil. So this one you sharpen, I believe. It's supposed to be smudge proof and highly pigmented, and it's just the nude shade from Be Bella Cosmetics. So let's go ahead. Ooh, it is highly pigmented. Wow, that took no effort at all. I wish it would have been like a pack of a couple, because I love this. I was saying in my unboxing that having a one $5 item and no extra items felt a little in my opinion, but I think like the value still adds up to being a good value for your money. I'm not trying to discredit that, but this works really well. That was so easy to use. Yeah, wow. All we have left is gonna be the setting powder and lip gloss. So I'm just gonna clean up my face before I start my foundation and everything. It just feels weird jumping from step to step. Usually at this point I would hop off because the finishing items are like a blush, a highlighter, a lip product or something, but because it's setting powder, I'm gonna do it so soon. And since I don't have any cheek products to test out, I can use whatever I want. So I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna just grab the products I need to finish up. Alrighty guys, I'm just gonna prime my face with my e.l.f. Sun Touchable Primer. And while that sets for, I like to leave it on before I do my foundation. So we're gonna go ahead and do some mascara. This one is from Megafy. I ended up gluing the little piece in because it kept popping out when I didn't want it to, which was frustrating. So I just glued it in, and I finally, there might be a few videos after this where I'm still using the e.l.f. mascara because I'm posting this one, it's taking priority versus some that I've pre-filmed. But I've finally officially used up my e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. I'm so excited to have that one emptied. It'll be in my January empties, which I'll be posting early February. So I'm so excited to have that one out of my collection and onto other things. I totally could have done my blue mascara today. I think that would have looked cute, but too late now. I might do some lashes, but I'll decide later. For now, we're gonna go ahead and start my foundation. So I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Duo. The tinted hydrator is in light, and it's getting empty, which I'm excited about because it's too dark for me. And then the color corrector is just Wet n Wild in white, and I just use that to lighten up the foundation because it ended up being too dark for me, and I just like to try and lighten it just a little bit. Thankfully in the winter no one is really seeing like my arms and stuff comparing shades because it's a little bit off. And by a little bit, I do mean quite a bit. This color corrector is also getting pretty empty. Hopefully they get like very empty, but hopefully I can scrape it out until that foundation is empty and they can just go into the empties together. So I don't like too heavy of a foundation, so I don't apply too much. I always just mix it on the back of my hand. All right, I kind of want to do a cream blush and highlight and a powder blush and highlight. I haven't gone in with my Beauty Creation ones in a little bit here as far as cream goes. So we're just gonna pop a little bit on each cheek. I don't know if I love the packaging for this one, but I don't mind the product itself. Just gonna blend it out. And same thing on this side. And then I like to go back in with my foundation brush just to soften the edges, but first, I'm going to apply my highlight stick. This one is from Moonslice Beauty, and I just do a couple little swipes, and then I can blend that out with the foundation brush as well. So I'm going to soften the edges down here to start, and then we're going to go in, and while I'm softening these edges, that's going to blend out the highlighter, and then we're going to set everything. So this is the Zisa Setting Powder, Soft Focused Long Lasting Makeup Powder in shade 02. I think it's just translucent. So this is what it looks like. It comes with its own little puff, and then you pull this up, and then it has like this little thing that keeps the product in, but I tested it and like, see? So you just press it and powder supposedly comes out. Okay, so there was a little, I'm stupid, paper thing, but now there's a little mesh thingy that keeps it from too much powder coming out. I've never tried a powder like this before. Like I've used loose setting powders, but I've never had it with that mesh thingy that holds it in. I can't tell how I feel about it, but it does feel like it took away the tackiness from my skin. I'm not gonna lie, in the other packaging it said it was sparkly, and I was kind of hoping it would be actually like sparkly, but it's not. I don't know how I feel about it. I'll have to keep testing it out. It does seem like it's working though. I'm not sure. Okay, let's move on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some blush as well. This is not from the box. I'm just wanting more blush. I think that was a little more than I meant. So the setting powder I currently use kind of diffuses my blush if I apply too much. I'm gonna take an empty brush with nothing on it and just try and soften edges. And then we're gonna go in with some Wet n Wild highlighter. Again, this is not from the box. This one is in Halo Walkers. I thought the blue would be really cute to go with that like lavender and blue on the eye. Again, it's a little intense. I'm just gonna soften it out with my blush brush. And now for lips. I think I want to go in with a lip pencil before putting the gloss on, but we'll put the gloss on first just so you can see it on its own, and then I'll decide. You know, on the lips, I might like the other one better. This one, you're seeing a lot of like my dry flaky spots on my lips, which is a me problem, not a product problem. Let's try. I'm gonna go in with my Appeal lip pencil in Chic. I got this in a previous Eyescream Beauty Box. I do like that it leaves sparkle on though. That's pretty. All right, let's throw the lip gloss over top of the liner now. There's something about the look I'm not in love with. I'm just not sure what. I'm just picking up the same setting powder, the one from Zisa Beauty, and I'm just trying it on my other puff, and I'm having it come out onto the lid. I think it just helps me pick more of it up. I think that's better. I just was not getting quite the softening effect that I like. I think I just needed more powder. Okay, so I don't think I dislike the powder. I just think that I wasn't able to pick up enough with the powder puff and like the method that it seemed like it wanted me to do. Now let's quickly finish up my brows. So I'm just using a e.l.f. brow pencil. It's in brunette, but it's not my shade. I'm just trying to use it up, and it's almost empty. It's either going to be in my January or my February empties. I'm certain of it. Okay, and then I do want to throw on some half lashes as well. So I'm not a big fan of how these half lashes go on, but I'm just trying to get them used up. I have a couple pairs left, and honestly, they don't last a super long time. So once they're used up, I won't be buying this set again. I'm not super happy with these ones. They don't line up very nicely, and they also don't last very long. They get broken really easily. So if my lashes look a little bit weird, that's why. But with that said, this is the completed look. So let's zoom out and we will talk about all the products that came in the box. Okay, so within the box, we of course had the Grunge Resolution eyeshadow palette. So this is like their take on a New Year's kind of palette vibe, but make it grungy. And I really like the palette. I really like the color story. I'm so excited to dip more into this, and you best believe I'm going to be doing my creating looks until I've used every shade in the palette with this one very soon, especially because it's new and exciting and people are probably going to want to see more looks with this one. If that's true, let me know down below, because if I get even one comment saying please do it, I will definitely rush this palette here. I am so excited to play more with it. I was thrown off with this shade. Like, it's not what I expected on the eyes, but it is beautiful, and it might shift differently depending on what else it's by. I think everything in this palette so far performed really well, and I'm very excited to dip into it again very soon. Next, we have the gel pencil liner from Be Bella Cosmetics. I think a $5 item in the box could have been a bonus item, but I do think that this product is a really good product. I've only gotten 2 things from Be Bella in my boxes so far for as long as I've been subscribed, and both products have been very impressive. I still love the blush quad that I got previously, and this one glided on really, really beautifully. It's very pigmented. I was very impressed by this, and I'm excited to play with it more. I might have to take a look and see if they have any bundle deals on these, because I really like it. Next up is going to be the Trapped Lip Gloss. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you already know lip glosses are not my perfect product. I prefer a product that fully dries down personally. If I am wearing a gloss or an oil, like a lip oil, usually I'm wearing it on its own or maybe with a lip liner, just because I feel like it's always gonna move the product underneath it. That said, I do like the sparkles in this one, and on its own, even once I wiped it away, the sparkles left behind were really pretty. So for a gloss, I do enjoy it, but again, I'm just not a huge gloss person. Next, we have this Charmacy Duochrome Gel Eyeshadow. This is shade number 5. I am still not 100% sure how I feel about these products. I don't dislike it by any means. I think it's a great little brow bone highlight or inner corner highlight. I think that's going to be the main way I use it, is just like either as a topper for like my lower lash line or my brow bone or that sort of thing. But I do like it for that. I don't think I would put this on my lid as like on its own. I don't think that'd be for me, but I found a way to use it where I enjoy it. So yeah, so far I'm pretty happy playing with these products as well. Lastly, we do have the setting powder from Zisa. Is it Zisa Beauty or Zisa Cosmetics? Zisa Cosmetics. I don't mind the powder. I did have to kind of puff it out onto the lid to get the results I like. I felt like I wasn't picking enough up with the product, like with the applicator that was included. I just needed more product. But once I did that, I did like this powder a lot better. So I am excited to have this, and it's also something I haven't gotten in a beauty box before, so I'm excited to be getting some variety, something a little bit different. I would love to get like a primer as well in one of these boxes, just things that can still be universal but aren't super like obvious, if that makes sense. I would also like to get more highlighters in these boxes because I think I've only gotten 2 and I want to grow my highlighter collection. That is everything we got in the January Eyescream Beauty Box. Prices. We didn't talk prices. Okay, so for the palette, it is $49, and this is all in US pricing. So this palette is $49, and we paid $30 for the box. I paid about 60 Canadian dollars for the box and shipping. So this still pays for itself. Like, this alone technically is the value of the box, even once like converted into Canadian dollars. So yeah, that's the thing I love about this box. And like, that's pretty standard for eyeshadow pricing at this point from what I've seen. I'm not super surprised. The next product is gonna be the powder, and this one is valued at $29. This one is almost the price of the box. That's crazy to me. I think my current powder I paid for sure less than 10 Canadian dollars for, and Canadian currency like sucks. So even less in US, and I just can't imagine paying $30 for this one when I feel like the results seem pretty similar to the one I'm currently using that's literally less than a third of the price. That said, I'm excited to have it, and it does look very finely milled, and yeah, I don't know, I'll keep testing it. Maybe I'll do a comparison just to see, but as of right now, I can't imagine paying that kind of money for a setting powder when I'm not noticing a huge difference. I have pretty blessed skin. My skin is not super problematic, so opinion could vary depending on if you're very oily or very dry, or like you have something with your skin that makes it where powders matter more. For me, I just like to make it so that my face doesn't still feel tacky from my products, and that's pretty much all a powder's doing for me, is setting it down, which setting powder, but you know what I mean. For certain people, it just helps with oil control and things like that. I don't need it for that, so I'm not super picky about setting powder. Next is gonna be, we've talked about the price point on this before, $24 for this is crazy in my opinion. It's very pretty, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection, but I can get pretty similar results for what I use it for from the ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed. They're similar enough based on how I use it that I'd rather get the ColourPop ones, because I think you can get a bundle of multiple for less than the $24. Maybe you can get a bundle. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember buying like a big Christmas bundle with like 12, and it was reasonable, and that's a broke girly speaking. So I couldn't justify paying $24 for this. even though I really enjoy it. This eyeliner pencil, $5. I mean, it's standard makeup pricing. Would I spend $5 on it? Probably not. I would probably wait for it to go on sale, but that's just because I'm me. If I had a little bit more spending money, I might pay the $5 for it because I was really happy with the quality, and it's $5, you know what I mean? If they had a bundle where you get like multiple at a discounted price, I would do that as well, depending on shipping costs. So I do think this one is worth $5. I just don't know if I would spend $5 on it. Lastly is going to be the Trapped Collection Shimmer Gloss. This one is in the shade Southern Beauty, by the way, and this one is valued at $18 US. I'm just not enough of a gloss girly to justify $18 on a gloss. A product has to be really good for me to spend that kind of money on it, and I'm also just like a wait for sales kind of person. So to me, I wouldn't spend $18 on this. But if you love gloss and you know the formula, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with their price points. The packaging is also very cute. I wish they would send like their highlighter or something instead of a gloss though. If I get a third gloss, I might be salty because 2 is understandable, but change it up after that. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see next month. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't spend that kind of money, but I'm not a gloss person, so I'm not the best person to ask as far as glosses go. So now that is everything from the January Eyescream Beauty Box. And I'm always very happy with what I get in these boxes. Could it have been better? Yeah, I'm not a huge gloss person, so something that wasn't gloss would have been great for me. Something else from Gourmand Girls though, because I do want to try more of their products. So like, give me Gourmand Girls, just don't give me more gloss, please. Even like a different kind of lip product would have been fine. But again, I'm gonna use it up and maybe it's growing on me. I dislike gloss less now than I did when I got back into my makeup in August. So maybe I'll learn to love it. Right now, it's not such a hated product. I found ways that I don't dislike using it. It's just also not a favorite. It's not something that I'm gonna prioritize using if I need like I'm for sure not gonna have any issues. My dog is much wanting attention. Very much wanting attention. Just because I got home early from work and now I'm doing this instead of giving her love. It's not fair. But yeah, I do always really, really love these boxes, and I'm always so excited to open them up and create looks with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you have tried any of these products, let me know down below. Have you tried Ladybug Glow before, and what did you think? Are you excited to see them making a comeback? Because I definitely am. I'm so happy that I get to be one of the first people to experience their what's the word? Their comeback in the makeup community, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. So that's super exciting. And yeah. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed me as a person, my content, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. It does help my channel out a lot. So with that said, guys, I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!